A Korean rabbit once escaped execution by telling a king he had left his liver at home. The king believed him, and Koreans never forgot that story. Because the phrase they used to describe someone recklessly, offensively, "홀간이 배 밖으로 나왔다" translates, literally, as your liver has migrated outside your abdomen. In English, that is a medical emergency. In Korean, it means you have gone so far past the limits of normal human caution that your vital organs can no longer be contained by your own skin. You are describing a medical crisis as a moral achievement. Where does a phrase like that come from? And why the liver? Before we go any further, let's say it together. Slowly, syllable by syllable. 간이 배 밖으로 나왔다. At normal speed. 간이 배 밖으로 나왔다. Now fast, the way a Korean says it when they are genuinely shocked by someone. 간이 배 밖으로 나왔다. Good. Now let's find out why Koreans put courage in the liver in the first place. In English, courage lives in the heart. Brave heart. Lion-hearted. En French, avoir du cœur. In Gammon Herzblut. Heart everywhere in every language. Except Korean. The reason goes back roughly 2,000 years to the oldest surviving medical text in East Asian history, the Huangdi Neijing, the Yellow Emperor's classic of medicine. Compiled in China between the 2nd century BCE and the 1st century CE, it was the foundational document for both Chinese and Korean traditional medicine. For over 2 millennia, it is still studied in Korean Oriental medicine programs today. In the Huangdi Neijing, the liver is not described as a filter. It is described using the phrase 장준 질관 장준, Jiguan, the organ of the commander. The liver stored the hun, the active, outward-moving aspect of the soul. Suppressed rage, unresolved tension, these didn't break the heart. They injured the liver. So when Koreans needed to locate the source of raw, unfiltered boldness, they pointed at the organ their medical tradition had designated as the seat of the outward-moving soul, the anatomical address of willpower. That history is so old, so embedded, that modern Koreans, who've never read a word of classical medicine, still reach for the liver when they talk about courage. The phrase carries 2,000 years of medical authority, without anyone having to explain why. Now here is where the medical concept became a cultural story. Sometime in the 17th century, a Joseon era, writer compiled a tale that had been circulating in oral tradition for centuries, traced by scholars to Buddhist Jataka tales, that arrived in Korea around the 4th century CE. The story is called Pyeorjubujeon, the story of the turtle official. The setup, the Dragon King is gravely ill. The only cure is a fresh rabbit's liver. His most loyal turtle is dispatched to the surface world to bring one back. The turtle finds a rabbit, flatters him, describes the wonders of the undersea palace. The rabbit agrees to come. But on the journey down, the turtle makes one mistake. He lets slip the real reason, the liver. They need the liver. Here is what happens next. The rabbit does not panic. The rabbit smiles and says, "Oh, my liver, I'm sorry. It's so valuable, I keep it outside my body. I leave it on land for safekeeping. Take me back to the surface and I'll go get it for you." The Dragon King believes him. The turtle takes the rabbit back. The rabbit vanishes. The Dragon King gets nothing. Korean literary scholars, including analyses compiled in surveys of classical Korean literature, identify what makes this story specific. The rabbit's move is not just cleverness. It is a reversal of the logic of power. The Dragon King controls life and death. And the one thing that neutralizes all of that power is the rabbit's declaration that his most vital organ exists outside his body, beyond jurisdiction, beyond reach. You cannot take what is not inside. That is the logic 간이 배 밖으로 나왔다 inherits. Someone whose liver has come outside their body has made the same move. Whether that is reckless or brilliant depends entirely on whether they can pull it off. There is one more place this concept lives, and it is the strangest of all. Look at traditional Korean folk paintings. Minhwa from the late Joseon period, the 18th and 19th centuries. Every culture depicts tigers as predators, crouching, teeth bared, ready to strike. Korean Minhwa tigers are sitting, lounging, holding a pipe, staring out at the viewer with an expression somewhere between boredom and amusement. Researchers at the National Folk Museum of Korea have documented this as a deliberate iconographic choice. In Korean shamanistic tradition, the tiger was simultaneously a fearsome guardian and a trickster figure, power that had learned to sit still. The pipe is the tell. A tiger holding a pipe is a tiger that has nothing left to prove. That is the ideal that 간이 배 밖으로 나왔다 departs from. The pipe-smoking tiger keeps its enormous power calmly contained. The person whose liver is outside has lost that containment. Korean culture holds both figures in tension. And that tension is why the phrase is never purely a compliment. There is always a raised eyebrow in it. Here is what most videos on Korean idioms miss: this phrase is not isolated. It is the extreme end of a complete system. Korean uses the liver to measure courage across a full spectrum. At the bottom, gani kongelman hejida. The liver has become the size of a bean. Pure terror. Your vital force has shrunk to nothing. You are paralyzed. In the middle, gani kuda, gani jagda, big liver, small liver. Everyday descriptions of someone's general level of nerve. Used in conversation, in children's books, in dramas. The farren kanib에 밖으로 나왔다. The liver has left the body entirely. You are no longer on the scale. English lets you be brave. Very brave, or extremely brave. Korean gives you a bean-sized liver, a normal liver, a large liver, or a liver that has exited the premises. The measurement system itself tells you how the culture thinks about courage. And notice what that system insists on: it keeps courage physical, gives it size, gives it location, gives it direction of movement. As if courage is too important to be left as an abstraction, as if it needs an organ to live in. This phrase is not archaic. You will hear it in conversation, in drama commentary, in comment sections. Whenever a public figure says something that shocks the internet, use it when a junior employee openly contradicts their boss in a meeting, when a celebrity goes against their management in public, when someone posts a wildly controversial opinion under their real name. 간이 배 밖으로 나왔네, 사이드. With raised eyebrows and a slow head shake is the standard Korean reaction. It can carry dark admiration when the reckless move actually works. But it is never a clean compliment. The alarm is always in there. The opposite end, 간이 콩알만 해졌어. My liver just became a bean. Use it when something terrifies you. When you feel your courage physically contract. Two phrases, one organ. The whole range of human nerve, measured in the same body part, from bean to outside the body. A rabbit convinced a king his liver lived somewhere else and walked free. A tiger kept its power so contained it could afford to smoke a pipe. And for over 1,000 years, Korean has been asking the same question about courage, that neither of those images fully resolves. Is it better to keep it inside or let it out? 간이 배 밖으로 나왔다. Your liver is out. The question is whether you meant for it to be.